Hi folks, welcome to another installment of the PineScript 101 series. Today, we're going to develop an indicator to track daily gaps in PineScript. Daily gaps occur when no price action has taken place around the previous day close during regular trading hours. There are key levels to be aware of when trading. Let's now move over to TradingView and dive in. We'll start with a blank script. First, we need to track the previous day close so that we can later identify daily gaps. So for this, we'll need to set a persistent float variable for day close, update the day close on the last bar in regular hours, and finally, plot the previous day close. So to set the persistent float variable for day close, we call bar with a type float. We name the variable day close, for example, and we initialize it to null, NA, like so. And then, if path date is confirmed, meaning that it is the last update on that bar, and it is the last bar in regular hours, we use session.is last bar regular. And in that case, we update day close to the close value. And then we can plot the day close like so, with the title of previous day close, color blue, line insert 2, and a step line break, like so. Let's save and check on the chart. Let's make sure it's working by checking that our previous day close is indeed the close of the last bar for the day in regular hours. So let's check a couple of values. Here, this is the last bar. The close is 560.73, and our previous day close is indeed 560.73. And for this last bar, our close is 561.53, and our previous day close is indeed 561.53. Looks like it's working. Awesome. Now, we need a couple more variables to identify if the price action has taken place around daily gaps. For this, we'll use day high low. So we declare day low and day high as float persistent variables and initialize them to null, aka NA. Then we make sure that we reset day high low, for example, on the first bar, like so. So if session.isFirstBar, day low is null and day high is reset to null. And to update these values, we make sure that we are in market, so session is market, and we update the day high low by checking if it's null. If it's null for day low, it will be low, and if it's not null, it will meet the minimum of day low and low. Same thing for day high. Let's save. No errors. Good. We should now have everything in place to identify daily gaps. First, we need to declare a persistent array to store daily gaps. So var day gaps, for example, equal to array.new with the type float and parentheses to call the new function. Then we'll add previous day close to daily gaps when no price action has occurred. So first, we check that day close is not null. And in that case, there will be no price action around it if the day close is strictly less than day low, or day close is strictly more than day high. And in that case, we add that day close to the array, day gaps. And we'll make sure to sort day gaps at the end. And finally, we want to remove daily gaps when the price action has taken place around it, meaning that the gap is filled. So we can do it like so, by checking that the day gaps array size is more than 0, so there are daily gaps, iterating using an index through the day gaps array. We use an offset in order to keep track of the right index as we remove elements from the array. And as we remove elements of the array, we increase the offset by 1. And to identify a gap being filled, simply it needs to be more than the day low and less than the day high. And that should be it. Let's save. No errors. Good. Even though we are storing daily gaps, we are not visualizing them. In order to accommodate this, we could visualize the next daily gaps up and down. First, we'll need to set persistent variables for next daily gaps. So var float next gap down, initialize to null, NA, and var float next gap up, initialize to NA. Then we can update our next daily gaps as follows. First, we reset the next gap down to null as the next gap up to null, and then we iterate through the day gaps array. If gap is less than the day low, our next gap down will be equal to that gap, since we have a sorted array. And then if gap is more than day high, our next gap up will be equal to the gap. And we break out of the iteration as we have a sorted array, so that gap will be the next gap up. And that should be it. Now we just need to visualize next gap down and next gap up. So we can do it like so, with next gap down being plotted with a title of next gap down and color red. And we keep the style of step line break. And for next gap up, about the same, but with a color green. Let's save and check on the chart. We have indeed our next gap down and next gap up being tracked. We can see that when a gap up is getting filled here, the next gap up is going to the next one. Also, at the end of the day, when, for example, in that case, the previous day close is not being reached by the price action, our previous day close become the next gap down. Looks like it works correctly. Awesome. Now, it will be interesting to add a feature where we extend a line once a gap is filled on the day, as that filled gap is still a level that is relevant throughout the day. And as we can see on that example, the gap up is filled, and we can see that later on the day, that level is still relevant. So let's try to do this in PineScript. First, we'll add an array to store our fill gaps, like so. And the only difference is the fact that our type is a line, not a float. Then let's make sure we reset our fill gaps at the end of the day. So on the last bar in regular hours, we'll make sure that our fill gaps are resetted by calling the clear function on array. Then when we identify fill gaps, we're going to make sure that we add a fill gap line that goes from bar index to bar index, gap to gap, with a width of 2, a color of green if it is a next gap up, and a color of red if not. And the style will be dotted. Then all we need to do is push that fill gap into the fill gaps array. And finally, we need to make sure that we keep extending the fill gaps line throughout the day. So for this, all we need to do is to iterate through the fill gaps and keep setting the x2 to the bar index. And that should be it. Let's save and check again. In the case of next gap up being filled, we can see that now we have a dotted line that is being drawn on the fill gap. And for next gap down, we can see here that there was a next gap down, and we fill it at this point in time, and a line is getting drawn for that fill gap as well in the right color. Looks like we did it. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed learning about daily gaps, leveraging PineScript on TradingView. You can use this indicator to add this additional layer of information to your trading strategies. I have included a link in the description below. Remember, trading is a journey, and mastering PineScript is just one step along the way. If you have any questions or suggestions for future topics, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.